You can make more money and still feel broke. That is the part most people don't understand. Because feeling broke is not always about how much money enters your life. Sometimes it is about how little room your money has to move. You get paid. And for a few seconds, it feels good. Then rent takes a piece. Bills take a piece. Debt takes a piece. Food takes a piece. The car takes a piece. Subscriptions take a piece. Your lifestyle takes a piece. And by the time everyone else is done eating, your paycheck looks like leftovers. That is why you feel broke. Not because you never get money, but because your money is already under attack before it can build anything. And if you don't understand this one idea, you will always feel broke, no matter how much you earn. The idea is simple. Your life only starts changing when there is a gap. The gap between what you earn and what your life costs. That gap is everything. That gap is savings. That gap is investing. That gap is breathing room. That gap is freedom. Without that gap, money just passes through you. It comes in, it goes out, you survive. Then you wait for the next paycheck. Again and again and again. That is not wealth building. That is financial running in place. And the worst part is, running in place can feel responsible. You paid your bills, you made the payments, you covered the month. You didn't completely collapse, so it feels like you handled your money. But handling money is not the same as growing money. If every month ends with nothing left, your money is not building your future. It is only maintaining your present. And that is why people feel stuck. They are working hard. They are making money. They are doing what they are supposed to do. But nothing actually gets stronger. The emergency fund does not grow. The investments do not grow. The debt barely moves. The stress comes back. The freedom never arrives. Because there is no gap, no progress, no gap, no options, no gap, no wealth. This is the money lesson most people learn way too late. Income does not make you rich. The gap makes you rich. Income is what enters. The gap is what stays. And what stays is what changes your life. You can earn $3,000 and keep $500, or you can earn $8,000 and keep nothing. The second person looks richer, but the first person is actually building, because wealth is not about how much money flows through your life. It is about how much money stays under your control. That is the real scoreboard. And once you understand this, you start seeing money differently. You stop asking only, how can I make more? And you start asking, how can I keep more? How can I protect the gap? How can I stop my lifestyle from eating everything? Because if you never protect the gap, more income will not save you. It will only create a more expensive version of the same problem. That is lifestyle creep. You get a raise. You feel richer. So life quietly expands. Better apartment. Nicer car. More takeout. Better weekends. More subscriptions. More convenience. More comfort. And suddenly the raise is gone. You make more, but you do not feel more free. You just have a more expensive baseline. That is why so many people say, I make more money now, but I still feel broke. Of course you do. Because your income increased, but your gap did not. And if the gap does not grow, your freedom does not grow. That is the rule. Most people think they have an income problem. Sometimes they do, but a lot of the time they also have a gap problem. Their life costs too close to what they earn. Every paycheck is already spoken for. Every month is too tight. Every small problem becomes a big problem because there is no room. And when there is no room, everything feels stressful. A car repair feels like a disaster. A bill feels personal. A slow work month feels dangerous. An emergency feels like betrayal. Not because the problem is always huge, but because your financial life has no shock absorber. That is what the gap is. A shock absorber. It protects you from life. Without it, every bump hits hard. And that is why feeling broke is so exhausting. It is not only about the numbers. It is about the constant pressure. You cannot relax. You cannot think clearly. You cannot plan long term because your brain is always scanning for the next problem. Rent, Bills, food, debt, unexpected costs, next paycheck, next month, next emergency. That is survival mode. And survival mode is expensive because when you feel financially trapped, you make short-term decisions. You use credit cards to cover problems. You accept bad payment plans. You delay important things. You buy cheap fixes that cost more later. You spend for emotional relief. You avoid looking at the numbers because they make you uncomfortable. And all of that keeps the cycle alive. This is why the gap matters so much. The gap does not just build wealth. It changes your behavior. When you have money left over, you make better decisions. You can wait. You can compare options. You can say no. You can handle problems without panic. You can invest. You can plan. You can breathe. That is the hidden power of having money left over. It gives your brain space. And space is underrated because most people are not trying to become billionaires. They are trying to stop feeling hunted by their own bills. They want to stop checking their account before buying groceries. They want to stop waiting for payday like it is a rescue mission. They want to stop feeling nervous when a payment comes out. They want to stop pretending everything is fine. That feeling does not come from looking rich. It comes from having a gap. Now, here is where people mess this up. They think the gap is built from whatever is left at the end of the month. That is the beginner mistake, because if your plan is to save whatever is left, there will usually be nothing left. Your lifestyle will take it. Your emotions will take it. Small expenses will take it. Convenience will take it. The month will take it. Money left unprotected disappears. That is why you have to build the gap on purpose, not accidentally, not hopefully, on purpose. When money comes in, a piece has to move away before the month attacks it, to savings, to investments, to debt payoff, to an emergency fund, to something that makes you stronger. Because if your future only gets paid after everyone else, your future will stay broke. That is why paying yourself first works. It is not magic. It is a change in order. Most people pay the world first, then hope something is left for themselves. But wealth builders pay their future first, then build life around what remains. That sounds small, but it changes everything. Because now your future is not begging for leftovers. Your future has a seat at the table. And once that happens consistently, the gap starts growing. Slowly at first, maybe painfully slowly, but it grows. And when the gap grows, your life starts changing. First, you build a small buffer. Then emergencies stop destroying you. Then debt starts shrinking. Then investments start growing. Then your net worth starts moving. Then your choices start expanding. Then money feels different. Not because you suddenly became rich overnight, but because you are no longer trapped in the exact same place every month. That is progress. Real progress. Not looking richer, not upgrading the image, not buying the feeling of success, actually becoming stronger. And this is where you have to be honest with yourself. If you feel broke all the time, ask, is my income too low? Or is my life too expensive for my income? Sometimes the answer is both, and that is okay. But you need to know the truth, because different problems need different solutions. If your income is too low, you need to increase earning power, better skills, better job, more hours temporarily, a side income, a career move, something. But if your lifestyle is too expensive, more income alone will not fix it, because the new money will get eaten too. You need to lower the cost of your baseline. That means fixed costs matter. Rent, car payments, debt, insurance, subscriptions, phone bills, anything that repeats every month. Fixed costs are dangerous because they do not care how you feel. They come back every month, automatically. And the higher your fixed costs are, the smaller your gap becomes. That is why people can cut coffee and still feel broke. Because the real pressure is not always the small purchase. Sometimes it is the expensive baseline. The car payment, the apartment, the debt, the monthly lifestyle, the normal costs that became too heavy. You cannot build a strong gap if your fixed costs are choking your paycheck. So the goal is not just to spend less randomly. The goal is to make your life lighter, Less money required to survive, more money available to build. That is the game. A lighter life gives you a bigger gap. A bigger gap gives you more freedom. More freedom gives you better choices. Better choices build wealth. This is why some people with average incomes build real wealth, while some high earners stay stressed forever. The average earner protects the gap. The high earner upgrades it away. The average earner keeps money. The high earner performs success. The average earner gets stronger quietly. The high earner looks rich loudly. And over time, quiet strength wins. Because wealth is built in the gap. Not in the appearance, not in the paycheck, not in the flex, the gap. Now, this does not mean you should never enjoy money. That is not the point. Money should improve your life. You should spend on things you value. You should enjoy some of what you earn. But if enjoying money destroys the gap every month, then enjoyment becomes pressure. And pressure is not freedom. The goal is balance. Spend on life. But not so much that your future gets nothing. Because future you is real. Future you will need options. Future you will face emergencies. Future you will want freedom. Future you will get tired. And if you give every dollar to present comfort, future you pays the price. That is what being broke really means for a lot of people. Not zero income, no space, no control, no gap. Everything is too tight. Everything is too close. Every month depends on the next paycheck arriving on time. That is a fragile way to live. And the way out starts with building even a small gap. Small counts. Do not underestimate small. A $50 gap is better than no gap. A $100 gap is better than no gap. A $300 gap can change your month. A $500 gap can start changing your life. The beginning will not feel dramatic. It will feel boring. Good. Boring means it is working. Automatic savings is boring. Paying down debt is boring. Lowering fixed costs is boring. Skipping an unnecessary upgrade is boring. Investing consistently is boring. But boring money builds. Exciting money usually leaves. So if you want to stop feeling broke, do not only chase more income. Build the gap. Protect it. Automate it. Increase it. Do not let every raise become a new expense. Do not let every extra dollar become lifestyle. Do not let your future live on leftovers. Give your money a direction before the world gives it one. Because if you do not decide where your money goes, your bills, habits, emotions, and lifestyle will decide for you. And they will not choose freedom. So here is the final thought. If you always feel broke, the problem might not be that money never comes in. The problem might be that none of it stays long enough to help you. Money comes in, life eats it, you reset, and the cycle continues. But once you understand the gap, everything becomes clearer. The gap is where your wealth lives. The gap is where your peace lives. The gap is where your future starts getting stronger. Without it, you will always feel broke. With it, even slowly, you start taking control back. So do not just ask how much you make. Ask how much space your money creates. Because that space is the difference between surviving every month and finally moving forward. Subscribe for more simple animated finance videos.